Welcome to Bookish and Beyond, Money, where financial wisdom comes to life. In each episode, we break down the world's most impactful finance books, from money management guides to investment biographies. We explore key takeaways, author insights, and draw modern parallels to help you navigate today's financial landscape. Craving even more? Subscribers enjoy exclusive access to detailed book summaries, study guides, and timeline PDFs. Everything you need to deepen your financial savvy. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. This is Bookish and Beyond. Money?
All right, so are you ready to dive into I Will Teach You to Be Rich?
Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So today we're tackling this YouTube audiobook excerpt. And you know me, I love getting right to the point and finding those like golden nuggets that you can actually, apply to your own finances.
Yeah, no more just like theory, right?
Yeah.
Like how do we actually make this work in real life?
Real life stuff.
Yeah.
So no more feeling like overwhelmed by all the money stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Ramit Sethi, what I find really interesting is that he kind of throws out this idea that you need to be like a Wall Street wizard to really figure this stuff out.
Yeah, he's not like throwing you in the deep end with all this complicated jargon.
No, he focuses on the idea of just getting started.
Yes.
Which he thinks is way more important than like becoming some sort of financial expert overnight.
And he has this like 85% solution thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't have to be perfect.
You don't have to be perfect.
To actually make progress.
Absolutely. 85% good enough.
Good enough.
It's way better than doing nothing at all.
Especially when it comes to money.
Right.
Because I feel like with money, we get so in our heads about it.
Totally. And I think the biggest obstacle for most people is just like that initial inertia.
Oh, for sure.
Getting started.
Yeah.
Like think about it. Have you ever like put off dealing with your finances because it just felt like, oh my God.
All the time.
This is so overwhelming.
I used to think like I needed this crazy intricate spreadsheet.
Yes.
To track like every penny.
A spreadsheet?
Before I could even think about investing.
Yeah.
But Sethi's like, no.
Just start.
Just do it.
Take action.
Like stop overthinking it.
It's about action,
Yeah.
not overthinking.
Action, not overthinking.
And he even like completely throws budgeting out the window.
Yeah, he's not a budgeter.
No, he calls it conscious spending.
Okay.
And he says that those restrictive budgets that everyone talks about, they often lead to failure.
Yeah, because they're like not sustainable.
They're not sustainable. Yeah. It's like, that feeling of deprivation?
Yes.
And he has this great analogy.
Okay.
He compares budgeters to like John Goodman
Oh my God.
at a Krispy Kreme.
I love this.
Like eyes glazed over, willpower gone.
That is so accurate.
It's like that restrictive mindset. It just sets you up for failure.
Yeah, it makes you want to rebel.
Exactly.
Okay, so then how does this conscious spending thing actually work?
So it's about intentionality, not deprivation.
Okay.
So you divide your money into 4 key buckets.
Okay.
You've got your fixed costs, your investments, your savings.
Uh-huh.
And this is the fun one. Your guilt-free spending money.
Ooh, guilt-free.
Guilt-free.
I like that.
It's like giving yourself permission to enjoy your money.
Yeah, it's not about like denying yourself the things that you enjoy.
Right.
It's more about making sure that your spending is aligning with your values and your goals.
And that's where the consciousness comes in.
Yeah.
It's like being mindful of where your money is going and why, and making sure it's actually serving you.
I like that. So to make this whole conscious spending thing even easier, Sethi's like a huge advocate for automating your finances.
Oh, he's all about automation.
He loves it.
He sets up automatic transfers for everything.
For everything.
Bill savings investments, like his money is working for him in the background effortlessly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like setting your finances on autopilot.
Autopilot.
So you can just like live your life.
Focus on other things.
Yeah.
And there's that great story about how he used this automation concept to like win a ton of scholarships back in high school.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so by automating his scholarship applications,
Oh, wow.
he ended up winning over $200,000.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That's insane.
But it just highlights the power of systems.
Yeah.
Like what if we could all identify those tedious tasks in our lives and just automate them? And then free up our time and energy for other things.
I love that. Like, what could you automate in your life right now
Right. What's one thing?
to be more successful?
Exactly.
Okay, that's something I'm going to think about. So Sethi's philosophy is like, work smarter, not harder.
Totally.
Which kind of brings us to this idea of beating the banks.
Yes. He is not afraid to go head-to-head with financial institutions.
I love
He's
it.
all about negotiating credit card fees,
Oh, yeah.
finding those high-yield savings accounts that actually make your money work for you.
Yes, not just sitting there doing nothing.
Exactly.
And he's got the stories to back it up.
Oh, yeah.
I love the anecdote about how he used his, as he puts it, Indian heritage
I love that part.
to get $150 refund from his credit card company.
With just one phone call.
Just one phone call.
He's like a master negotiator.
He even provides a script you can use.
He does.
So it's not just like theoretical, he's giving you the actual words to say.
Yeah, he's all about giving you the tools you need to succeed.
So let's talk about investing, because this is where I think things get really intimidating for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It feels very like Wall Street-y.
It does. It feels very complex.
Yeah.
But Sethi has a refreshingly simple approach. He cuts through all the noise and advocates for index funds
Index funds.
as the foundation of any solid investment strategy.
And he says that, like, trying to beat the market is a fool's errand.
Totally. He says it's like a waste of time and energy.
And for people who are, like, completely new to investing, he recommends something called a life cycle fund.
Yes.
What is that?
So it's essentially a hands-off approach to investing.
Okay.
A life cycle fund basically automatically adjusts your asset allocation based on your age and your risk tolerance.
So it takes the guesswork out of it.
Exactly.
Because I think so many people, like myself, are just overwhelmed by all the different options.
There are so many options.
You're like, I don't even know where to start.
It's like paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, and Sethi's like, you're making it way more complicated than it needs to be.
He is.
Yeah.
And he has this great analogy where he compares asset allocation to maintaining a balanced garden.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to plant just roses in your garden, right?
No, you want a variety.
You need variety.
Yeah.
Different plants that thrive in different conditions.
To make a thriving ecosystem.
Exactly. And just like a garden needs time to grow,
Yes.
your investments need time to grow too.
You can't just like plant a seed and expect a flower the next day.
Exactly. Patience is key.
And just like a garden will go through different seasons,
yes.
the market will go through different cycles.
Ups and downs,
Yeah.
fluctuations.
So Sethi stresses the importance of staying the course with your investments.
Yeah, even when things get a little bumpy.
Yeah, don't panic and sell everything.
Ride it out.
Ride the wave.
He argues that the biggest danger for young investors isn't risk itself, but inaction.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's that fear of losing money that often keeps people from even getting started,
Right.
which ends up costing them more in the long run.
So it's like the fear is actually the biggest risk.
In a way, yes.
And that's a point that I think applies to so many areas of life, not just finance.
It's so true.
Like if we let fear paralyze us,
Yeah.
we'll never achieve anything.
We have to be willing to take action, even if it's imperfect.
Yeah, done is better than perfect.
Absolutely.
So for those who are ready to like take things to the next level, Sethi also provides some like advanced tactics, like how to negotiate a starting salary for a new job.
Well, he's got some great tips for that.
Like what kind of stuff?
So he encourages you to really research the company's goals
Okay.
and frame your salary requests in terms of the value you bring to the table.
So it's not just like, I deserve this much money.
No, it's about showing how you can help them achieve their objectives.
Yeah. And he suggests role playing,
Yes. Practice those negotiation skills.
like with a friend or something.
Exactly. Get comfortable with asking for what you're worth.
I like that.
Yeah.
One thing that really resonates with me is that Sethi doesn't just focus on like money itself.
Yeah, he talks about designing a life, right?
Yes.
Where money works for you.
Yes.
Not the other way around.
He's all about like creating a life that you love.
Exactly.
And money is just a tool to help you do that.
It's a means to an end.
You're not the end goal.
Right.
True wealth is about having the freedom and flexibility to like pursue your passions.
Yes.
Spend time with the people you love.
And make a difference in the world.
Yes. I love that.
That's what I call rich.
Okay. I love that perspective.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered a lot of ground already, but we're just getting started.
We're just scratching the surface.
So let's take a deeper dive into some of Sethi's more specific tactics for optimizing your finances.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay.
So we talked about Sethi's like overall philosophy,
Yeah, the big picture.
But let's actually get into like the nitty-gritty, the actual tactics.
How do we make this happen?
Yeah, he's got some really specific strategies for actually optimizing your finances.
Exactly. He doesn't just tell you to save more money, right? He gives you a plan.
He gives you a step-by-step plan to actually make it happen.
Yeah. So one of the things that really stood out to me is this concept of finding your big wins.
Yes. I love that concept.
Okay, tell me more.
So instead of like getting bogged down trying to like micromanage every single expense,
Yeah, track every penny.
you focus your energy on the areas where you can make the biggest impact.
So like the 80-20 rule, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about finding those key areas where a small change can make a big difference.
Like what kind of examples does he give?
Well, he talks about things like renegotiating your car insurance or finding a cheaper cell phone plan.
Oh, yeah.
These are things that a lot of people just kind of like put off.
Because they're annoying to deal with.
Exactly. But they can actually save you a significant amount of money.
Right. It's like short-term pain for long-term gain.
Exactly. And he even has this challenge called Save $1,000 in 30 days.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Where he lays out 30 specific tips for cutting costs and boosting your savings.
And didn't like a ton of people actually participate in that?
Oh, yeah. Tens of thousands of people have participated and saved over $500,000 collectively.
What? That's amazing.
It's incredible.
It's like proof that it actually works.
Yeah. It's proof that these strategies work.
Yeah.
And that small changes can add up.
And it's not just about like depriving yourself, right?
No, absolutely not.
He still wants you to enjoy your life.
He's all about finding that balance between financial responsibility and actually enjoying your life.
So you're not just like a miser.
Exactly. You're allowed to have fun.
Okay, good to know. So how do you actually put this conscious spending thing into practice?
Well, he recommends a classic strategy called the envelope system.
Okay, have you ever heard of this?
Oh, yeah. It's an oldie but a goodie.
I've heard of it, but I've never actually tried it. How does it work?
So it's pretty simple. You allocate a certain amount of cash each month to different spending categories, like groceries, entertainment, dining out, and then you put that cash in envelopes.
Okay.
And once the money in the envelope is gone, it's gone.
So it's like a physical limit?
Exactly. It's a way to visually see how much money you have left.
Oh, I like that.
And it helps curb impulse spending.
I could see that working.
Yeah, it makes you more mindful.
And you could also do it digitally, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like with budgeting apps or even just a spreadsheet.
Yeah, there are tons of tools out there.
The key is to just like set those limits in advance.
Yes, set those boundaries.
But then actually stick to them.
And then the guilt-free spending can come in.
Yes. Now, what about people who are struggling to make ends meet?
Yeah.
Like they don't feel like they have any money left over to save.
That's a really common situation.
Does Sethi address that?
He does. He talks about the importance of increasing your income.
Okay.
Whether that's through negotiating a raise, finding a higher paying job, or even picking up some freelance work on the side.
So like multiple streams of income.
Exactly. Diversify your income streams.
And he gives you actual strategies for each of these things, right?
Oh, yeah. He breaks it down step by step.
I love that. He doesn't just like leave you hanging.
He gives you the tools you need.
So like when it comes to asking for a raise, what does he say?
So he emphasizes the importance of demonstrating your value to your employer.
So it's not just about being like, I need more money.
No, it's about showing how your contributions have helped the company succeed.
Like quantify your results.
Exactly. Track your accomplishments.
Yeah.
And be prepared to present a strong case for why you deserve that raise.
And he even provides scripts and templates,
Yeah,
right?
he does. He's got you covered.
So you don't have to like start from scratch.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
What about negotiating a salary for a new job?
So Sethi is all about negotiating your worth.
Yes.
He says you should never just accept the first offer.
Okay.
Always negotiate.
Always negotiate.
He stresses the importance of researching salary ranges, coming prepared with a strategic plan, and practicing your negotiation skills.
Didn't he even create a paid course on negotiating like an Indian?
He did. He really goes all out in providing actionable advice.
I love that.
And he suggests using specific phrases like, let's find a way to arrive at a fair number that works for both of us. Oh, I like that. It's not adversarial.
Exactly. It's about finding a win-win solution.
And remember that smile?
Oh, yes. The smile is key.
Be confident but approachable.
Exactly. Not demanding or aggressive.
Okay, so we've talked about saving spending and increasing your income.
Huh?
What about those big ticket items like cars, weddings, houses?
Oh, the big expenses.
Yeah. Does Sethi have any advice on how to save money in those areas?
Oh, for sure. He's a big advocate for doing your research, shopping around for the best deals, and of course, negotiating.
Of course.
He even suggests using online tools like Redfin to find real estate agents who offer lower commissions.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. And he reminds you that even if you're not planning on buying a house anytime soon, it's smart to start saving for a down payment early on.
The power of compound interest.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. So speaking of time,
Yeah.
Sethi encourages people to think beyond just the immediate future.
Right.
And develop a 10-year plan for their finances.
Oh, I love that.
It's like having a roadmap that gives you a sense of direction.
Yeah, and it's not just about the financial aspects of life planning.
Yeah, he even talks about things like planning for a honeymoon or having kids.
Oh, wow.
It's about creating a holistic vision for your future.
I love that he connects financial well-being to like overall life satisfaction.
Totally. It's about more than just money.
It's about creating a life you love.
Exactly. And that brings us to the heart of Sethi's message.
Okay, what is it?
True wealth is about designing a life where you have the freedom and flexibility to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and make a difference in the world.
Money is just a tool.
Exactly.
Okay, so that was beautiful and inspiring.
I hope so.
But I want to make sure our listeners feel equipped to actually put these ideas into practice.
Right. Action is key.
So what does Sethi recommend in terms of taking action?
Well, he provides a very clear step-by-step action plan.
Okay.
He breaks it down into weekly tasks, guiding you through the process of setting up your accounts, automating your finances, and optimizing your spending.
So it's not just like a vague to-do list.
No, it's very specific and actionable.
And he even includes specific websites, resources, and scripts to use when negotiating with companies.
What he does, he makes it as easy as possible to take action.
Like he's holding your hand every step of the way.
Exactly. He's like your personal finance coach.
I like that.
And even after you've implemented his system, he reminds you to regularly review and adjust your plan.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah, because life changes.
Yeah, things happen.
So your financial plan needs to adapt.
It's not just set it and forget it.
Right. It's an ongoing process.
So one of the most important things Sethi emphasizes is the power of mindset.
Yes, mindset is everything.
Like if you believe you can achieve financial success,
We're more likely to actually achieve it.
yeah, and he encourages people to not let fear or limiting beliefs hold them back.
It's about believing in yourself and your ability to create a better future.
And he provides a ton of encouragement and support along the way, right?
Yeah, he does. He's like your personal finance cheerleader.
Rooting for your success.
Absolutely. And what's also great about Sethi's approach is that he recognizes that everyone's financial situation is unique.
Right, not one size fits all.
He provides a framework that you can customize to fit your own individual goals and values.
So it's about taking his principles and adapting them to your own specific circumstances.
Exactly. You have the power to create a financial plan that works for you.
So I think one key takeaway from everything we've discussed is that financial freedom is attainable for anyone.
Yes, I truly believe that.
It's not about luck or privilege.
It's about making conscious choices, developing good habits, and staying committed to your goals.
And remember, even small changes
Can have a big impact over time.
So don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight.
Just keep taking those steps forward.
And you'll eventually reach your destination.
You will.
So before we move on to our final thoughts, I want to address something that Sethi mentions in the book, The Myth of Financial Expertise.
Oh, yes, he's got some strong opinions on that.
Like, what does he say?
So he argues that the financial industry often makes things more complicated than they need to be
Oh, yeah, for sure.
in order to generate fees and profits.
It's like they want to keep us in the dark.
In a way, yes, it's about creating a sense of dependency.
So we feel like we need them.
Right.
But Sethi's like, no, you can do this yourself.
You don't need some fancy degree or special training.
Yeah, you just need the right information.
And the willingness to take action.
And he provides that information in the book.
Right. He demystifies the world of finance.
Makes it accessible to everyone.
Exactly.
And he points out that even professional investors, like those who manage mutual funds,
Yeah,
often fail to outperform the market over the long term.
it's true.
So it's not like they have some secret formula.
They're just playing the same game as everyone else.
And Sethi's like, why pay them high fees?
When you can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost.
Exactly. So he's all about empowering people.
To take control of their own finances.
Yeah. And invest in their future.
And he provides the tools and knowledge to do just that.
So don't let the complexity of the financial world intimidate you.
You got this.
You have the power to create a future of financial security and abundance.
Absolutely. Now that we've unpacked all of these amazing strategies and insights from I Will Teach You to Be Rich, I'm curious to hear what resonates most with you.
It's amazing how much ground we covered.
Oh, right.
But you know what I'm thinking?
What?
Now that we've gotten all this wisdom from Ramit Sethi,
Yeah.
it's time to actually put it into practice.
That's where the rubber meets the road.
Exactly. So I want to turn this into a little challenge for our listener.
Okay.
If you had to pick one area of your finances to optimize today, based on like everything we talked about, what would it be?
That's a great question.
What would you say?
I mean, maybe it's finally setting up that automatic savings transfer.
Oh, yeah.
That Sethi's always talking about.
Yeah, just like make it happen.
Or maybe it's having that sometimes awkward but oh so important money conversation with your partner.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
Because sometimes those conversations can be tough.
They can be, but they're so necessary.
Okay, so those are two great starting points.
Yeah.
And remember, Sethi's all about those small wins adding up.
Yes, consistency is key.
Over time.
It's a journey, not a destination.
So true. And, maybe you'll even inspire your friends and family to join you on this path.
Spread the wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
Literally and figuratively.
I love it. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving towards that richer life.
Yes.
Both financially and in every other way that matters to you.
Absolutely.
And if you're craving even more of Sethi's insights, the book is out there waiting for you.
It's a great read.
All right, happy wealth building, everyone.
See you next time.